Hello friends, welcome to the Scrap and Learn community. This is Gloria Parra from Gloria Scraps, and today I have a new project for you. We will be creating a very special layout and a little detail for those fathers in our lives. So come with me. We will be looking at the Simple Stories collection. This is a small collection special for this Simple Story collection is perfect for the dads in our lives. It comes with a 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and the colors are very masculine but fun, and this is a small collection and it's perfect for that. I love the little 4x4 cards, the 2x2s. We have, look at this beautiful tone pattern. I love the orange and the ties. It is a smaller collection, but perfect to make a little detail for the fathers in our lives. So let's start. I want to focus this video in shapes, friends. I want to focus this layout in creating with basic shapes like squares, triangles, circles. So you're gonna see how fun and easy creating with shapes can be. Okay, so come with me. Okay, for this layout, I will start with a warm white Color Vibe cardstock as my base. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna use 2 or 3 photos. I printed one at 3.5 by 5.5 inches and the other ones at 3 by 4. So I'm gonna test them out and see if I can fit the 3 of them. They are similar photos, but I just love the faces and how she's holding on to him. They are such daddy's girls, so that's what I want to convey in this layout, and I want this to be something very special for him on Father's Day. So we're gonna start with this, and we're gonna start with this pattern paper that I love. And we're gonna cut this pattern paper at 10.5 inches square. So let's bring in our trimmer. I'm gonna bring this very handy and portable trimmer and cut a 10.5 square. The next thing that I'm gonna do is bring in just a cutting mat to protect my surface and a craft knife. We will also need, since this piece, what we're gonna do with this 10.5 piece is cut diagonally from this corner up here to this one. You can see that I can't fit, like, I can't fit the entire length of this pattern paper. So I'm gonna use a long ruler that I have. You can use whichever long ruler you have. And I'm gonna cut from one corner to the other. This beautiful diamond pattern paper in half. And here we have. Now, friends, we started with a basic square, and now I want to cut this in half. Okay, so now we can bring in our trimmer and do that here and cut it in half. So we're gonna have two pieces, and you will repeat that with this pattern paper that I already have cut in half. I love this pattern paper. It's like a beautiful plaid. And now we're gonna bring in our base paper, our Color Vibe warm white pattern paper, and we will create a very fun square with triangles. Okay, so we have our little square here. Okay, friends, so let's start creating the base of our layout. So we went from squares to triangles, right? And I've moved the blues to look inside, to the sides, I mean. Okay, I first had them at the top and the bottom, but I've decided to have them on the sides because I'm gonna use this My Dad title, and that was not going to have a big impact if it went on top of the blue because they look so alike. So I want to have them down. I want to have my title down here. That way it's gonna have more, like, it's gonna be more bold. We've gone from squares to triangles, and I switched my blue triangles to be on the sides and not at the top and the bottom, because I'm gonna be using this super nice My Dad words, and they wouldn't have much contrast if they went on top of the blue. So I've decided to just move things around to make my title be as bold and beautiful as possible. So I was thinking of using my little distress tool here. This is a Tim Holtz tool. You can use your scissors, your nails, whatever you have in hand to distress the borders of these triangles a little. So I'm gonna move this because this tends to make a little, you know, that the paper makes a little mess. And let's repeat that with all 4 triangles. Okay, friends, I have all my 4 triangles distressed. So I've saved you the pain to see me distressing all those triangles. I cut my warm white Color Vibe cardstock at 11 square inches. And now I will adhere these triangles. If you wish, you can add some machine stitching to the borders if you want to add a little more texture. But since we've distressed the edges, that will look really good without any stitching as well. So whatever is your preference, you can go ahead and add the machine stitching. Okay, so we have the triangles adhered. I've tried to leave equal margins on all 4 sides and between my triangles. I don't measure anything, I just eyeball it and it looks pretty fine, so don't stress about that. I will bring in 2 more pattern papers, and I'm gonna get this out of the way so you can see the contrast with this pattern papers that I will be using. So I'm gonna be using another sheet of this bow pattern paper. I'm gonna use the orange tone and tone pattern paper, and that one measures 11.5 square inches. And the dark blue or dark teal is 12 by 12. So I'm gonna have those 2 papers and this one up as the main layer. Okay, so I think I'm gonna add some machine stitching and I'll be back in a second. So here it is, friends. I've gone ahead and added some machine stitching to my 4 triangles. I'm not sure you can see that on camera, but I've gone ahead and added the stitching. I'm not sure if I like the stitching or just the distressed edges better. I liked how the distressed edges without stitching looked because it gave more texture to my layout. This makes it look a little flatter or flat, but go ahead and choose whatever you like if you're recreating this layout, and let's continue. I have 2 photos here. I have a 3.5 by 5.5 that has my 2 daughters with my husband, and I have a smaller one that it's 3x4 of my youngest daughter. So I'm gonna, oh, let's adhere this first. So you can see my stitched lines there and some washi tape to hold it. And I'm just gonna add some double-sided tape to all my 4 corners. I'm sorry for the noise. I hope it's not that loud. And let's try to leave an equal margin on all 4 sides of our orange paper. You can gut this paper if you want to save some. You can cut the middle part, and that way you don't waste precious paper. I just love my layouts to be very sturdy and heavy. I don't know, I really enjoy that. And since I have so much paper, I just go ahead and use it. You can find so many cool stickers in the sticker sheet. So I took off my dad from here, and I love putting them on my trays. I'm not sure you can see it. So I love putting all the things that I want on my little scrapbook.com tray. And that way, oh, I took all the adhesive off with this little powder tool, or you can use baby powder, whatever you have on hand. And that way we can move around all the stickers from the sticker sheet and just play with them, see how we like it. I love this little #1 dad. Not sure what the name is. Trophy, yeah, that's the name, right? I love the trophy. Oh, and this polo shirt, this can't be more perfect for my husband. That's all he wears every day. So yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was so happy to see that, because it represents him. And yes, he's so flipping awesome. These 2 little girls love their daddy. So it's gonna be a very special layout to have in our albums and for him to see. I love the little fishing rod, and I want it to be up here, like poking up there. The cool dad cassette. Kids now don't know what's that, right? Of course we do, but they have no idea. Let's start adhering the big photo. There we go. Now, friends, I have 1mm foam, adhesive foam. I have 1mm, and I have 2mm foams. And I usually just work with those and play with the layers. So I'm gonna add the 1mm foam to, this side of my photo, so it pops up a little. Friends, don't forget to comment and like if you're enjoying these videos. Don't forget to press the little bell button and subscribe to Scrap and Learn and to Gloria Scraps to be inspired weekly with new projects and lots of new tools with tutorials. We would love to have you here. Okay, so let's start adhering. Since I have this one here, I'm gonna add a little more to the middle. I have some more space. If you don't like the bulk on your pages, of course you can adhere them flat, no problem at all. There we go. We have our 2 photos ready, and now we just need to pop this up. Let's bring back all those little embellishments we had and let's pop them up. Let's work them around our photos. Remember, proximity is very pleasing to the eye. So if we put this down here and this here, you know, there's no proximity and the eye likes that. Okay, so try tucking things in and bringing them closer together so it looks better. Yeah, I like bringing everything in again and just making sure everything works, and then I start adhering. So let's start with You're Flipping Awesome. I just love that apron. My husband is a great cook, and the girls love whenever he makes some barbecue or whenever he makes pancakes, breakfast, whatever he cooks. They just love it. So that's perfect for him. So I'm gonna adhere the apron with the 1mm foam adhesive just so it's not that bulky, and I'm gonna raise my title up with 2mm. Okay, so we now have this in the place that I want. If you see like this ones are bending, I always add a little more adhesive to that so it's in the same, yeah, that way we have everything flat and nothing curves down. Okay, now let's add my dad and our top embellishments. Okay, whenever you're working with your embellishments, try to vary the layers you tuck things under. So if I tucked one under the orange here, I try to tuck one under the photo, you know, or under the yellow one. So try to vary those a little. That way you get variation. Okay, so I'm gonna have that layer under my photo, the other one under the orange, and my little rod under the sticker. Okay, friends, I have everything adhered. I have different layers and it's looking great. I love how it's looking. I'm now missing small pieces, what I'd like to call confetti, what finishes a layout, and the last chance to create balance where you're missing it. For example, I think in this little cluster here, I'm missing some yellow. So I would love to bring some yellow stars or yellow enamel dots, whatever I can to bring some balance to this cluster. Here I maybe could add some blue, even though it's not gonna show that much, or this little like taupe color, brown color. So this is a chance to bring all those small pieces. I also thought of bringing this little words that bring something extra and continue to make this page even more fun and makes you want to keep looking for those small details. So I think I'm gonna add this one here with I'm gonna pop it up with some foam and add my last finishing touches. So friends, I added the final touch, the enamel dots. I have this Color Vibe fall colors that matched perfectly. And I think this is it, friends. I think I'm more than happy with this. I'm gonna add some journaling strips. You could also add these wonderful little words. I was thinking of adding this one down there that ties all the colors down here and maybe continue my journaling, or I think I will add 2 or 3 journaling strips and finish my little paragraph with this, my father, my friend, and it's gonna look amazing. So this is it, friends. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, to subscribe. That helps us so much. Leave a little comment, something that you liked, a suggestion. I'm always open to those. And it's wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day to all the American fathers. And thank you so much for stopping by. This was Gloria Parra for Scrap and Learn. Thank you so much for checking my video out. Bye-bye. Until the next time.